we talk football. Dembele deserves the Ballon d'Or, but what really makes no sense is the ranking. The real problem this year is not even about who won. It's about how the ranking were decided. And honestly, it's absolutely crazy. Pedri at 11th and Lewandowski at 16th. Vinícius placed higher than Lewandowski, that's totally unbelievable. And Raphinha at 5th place. That's one of the worst ranking I have ever seen. People keep saying Raphinha was the real Ballon d'Or, but if he is not even in the top 3, how can we call him that? Raphinha, the most disrespected superstar. Let's start with Raphinha because his numbers last season were simply historic. Champions League top scorer with 13 goals, 21 goals involvement in the UCL, 13 goals plus 8 assists, and most goals ever by a Brazilian in a single UCL season, and equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's record of 21 goal contributions in one UCL season. La Liga Player of the Season with a mind-blowing 34 goals plus 25 assists in 57 matches across all competitions. There are once-in-a-generation numbers. This is the season where he should have been top 2 at least, if not outright winning the Ballon d'Or, and yet he ends up 5th. It shows how broken the system really is. And then Pedri, the midfield engine. Somehow he was ranked only 11th, and I'll tell you why that makes no sense. Pedri played 59 matches, clocking over 4,600 minutes. His direct output was 6 goals plus 8 assists. But that's not the whole story. In La Liga, 37 matches, he had 4 goals and 5 assists. In the Champions League, 14 appearances, 2 assists, nearly 90% passing accuracy. Pedri isn't about flashy stats, he is Barcelona's heartbeat. He controls the tempo, building attacks, and makes the team tick. To rank him outside the top 10, while some forwards with fewer trophies and less influence rank higher, is pure disrespect. And then Lewandowski versus Vinícius, the biggest injustice. Here's where the ranking is absolutely laughable. Robert Lewandowski 24-24 season is absolutely crazy. 42 matches, 38 goals plus 3 assists, totally 41 goal contributions. In the UCLs, he had 9 goals in 10 matches. While on the other hand, Vinícius Jr. in La Liga had 11 goals plus 8 assists in 30 matches, and in the UCL, 8 goals in 12 matches. Around 27 goal contribution total across all competition. So Lewandowski nearly doubled Vinícius in direct output, and Barcelona won more trophies. Yet, Vinícius finishes above him in the Ballon d'Or ranking. That's not just questionable, it's totally nonsense. And then Lamine Yamal, the history in the making. The teenager rewriting football history. The only player ever to win back-to-back Kopa Trophies. At just 18 years old, he finished second in the Ballon d'Or. For context, Mbappe with all his hype has never been higher than 6th in the Ballon d'Or ranking. In the UCL, he became the youngest ever to score and assist in the same game, finishing with 5 goals in the competition. Across all competitions, Yamal produced around 14 goals plus 17 assists, all while still a teenager. This isn't just a hype, this is fact. Lamine Yamal is not just a future, he is already the present. And then the Barcelona royalty on and off the pitch. Under Hansi Flick, Barcelona were phenomenal. They won every domestic trophy they played for. In the Champions League, they reached the semi-finals just one step away from the final. By any measure, they were one of the top 2 clubs in Europe. If PSG were number 1, then right after them, it had to be Barcelona. But because they didn't win the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or ignored them. That's totally unfair. And yet, Barcelona showed real royalty at the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Every nominated player, the coach, even the president showed up, except Pedri, who needed well-earned rest. Meanwhile, Real Madrid, they boycotted the whole event. Why? Because the last season, their star Vinícius lost the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, and Madrid called it a robbery. After that, Vinícius promised he would come back 10x better. But really, last season he finished second, and this season he dropped all the way to 16th. That's not 10x better, it's 8x worse. Instead of showing up with dignity, Madrid stayed home. Barcelona, on the other hand, stood tall with class and respect, proving once again royalty isn't just about trophies, it's about actions. That's why I say this season will be totally different for Barcelona. They are stronger, hungrier, and ready to prove themselves again, because that's what true greatness looks like. And when the Ballon d'Or ignores them again, the numbers will always speak for themselves.